I was just a woodcutter until the alien woman told me I was her husband. I've always lived a simple life, born and raised in a village tucked between whispering forests and rugged hills. I learned the trade of my father, woodcutting. The air was always crisp with pine, the sun filtered through leaves, and my axe felt like an extension of my arm. I knew the rhythm of my days. Chop, haul, sell, sleep. Until she came, it was a morning like any other. Dew clung to the grass, and the scent of earth and bark mingled as I made my way to the forest's edge. My trusty axe hung at my side, and I whistled an old tune as I picked the perfect tree to fell. But before I could strike my first blow, the air shifted, a strange hum, like 1,000 cicadas vibrating in harmony. I froze, and then I saw her. She stepped from between the trees, tall and unearthly. Her skin glimmered faintly like sunlight caught on water. Her eyes were deep, impossibly deep, like twin pools of galaxies swirling inside her skull. She wore no armor or weapon, but her presence alone stopped the wind and silenced the birds. I tried to speak, but the words got caught in my throat. She raised a hand. "Husband," she said, her voice a melody and thunder combined. "I have found you at last." I blinked, sure I'd misheard. "Husband?" I finally croaked. She nodded, taking a step closer. I instinctively stepped back. My boots crunched against the leaves, but she moved noiselessly, like she belonged to the forest itself. "You do not remember me yet," she said, and there was sadness in her voice, as though we were two halves of a song now out of tune. "But you will. You are mine, and I am yours. You are the lost king of our people. I have searched countless lifetimes for you." "King? Lady, I'm just a woodcutter," I said, gripping my axe more tightly. "You got the wrong man." Her eyes softened, and she touched her fingertips to her chest. "You were taken from us. Your soul was hidden, your mind put to sleep, your throne left empty. But I have found you, my love, and it is time to remember." I don't know why I didn't run. Maybe it was her voice, or the calm certainty in the way she spoke. Maybe it was the part of me that couldn't help but wonder, what if she wasn't lying? The woman, if you could call her that, held out her hand. Against my better judgment, I took it. The moment our palms touched, the world disappeared. Flashes, memories, none of them mine, and yet they were. A palace of crystal suspended among stars. Armies bowing before me. Her, always her, standing at my side, her voice whispering words of love and loyalty. I saw my face in polished mirrors, a face that looked like mine but bore the weight of centuries. A crown, shimmering and heavy, was set upon my brow. And then I saw the battle, the palace aflame, my people screaming, her face streaked with tears and blood as she reached for me. The blade that struck me, a blade forged from light itself. I fell into darkness, 1,000 stars swirling around me. I woke on the forest floor, gasping for air. She knelt beside me, her hands cradling my head. "You remember," she said softly. "No," I breathed. "It's not possible. You are King Erical, last of the Starborn. Our world needs you, husband. I need you." I shook my head. "I'm just a woodcutter." Her fingers brushed my temple, and I shivered at the warmth of her touch. "You are more than that. You always have been," and deep down I knew she was right. She took me to the place where she had landed, a ship that looked less like metal and more like something alive. The woodcutter in me couldn't help but marvel at its construction, the smooth, seamless beauty of it. She called it the Luminera. "Where are we going?" I asked as she guided me inside. "Home, but the village will be safe," she assured me. "You were hidden here, among these good people, so the usurper would never find you." But the time has come to reclaim your birthright. I hesitated. The ship hummed beneath my feet. What if I fail? I whispered. She turned, her gaze fierce and unwavering. You are Erical. You will not fail. The stars have always seemed far away, just pinpricks of light in the dark. But as we broke through Earth's atmosphere, they surrounded me, close enough to touch. I stared out at the infinite expanse, feeling the truth sink into my bones. I wasn't just a woodcutter. I was something more. The stars knew me, and I somehow knew them. Do you still think you are only a man of axes and trees? She asked, smiling faintly. I didn't answer. My hand rested against the ship's window, my reflection staring back at me. A king's face. Maybe I was Erical. Maybe I wasn't. But for now, I would follow her. If the stars needed me, if she needed me, then I would go. After all, I was just a woodcutter. Until the alien woman told me I was her husband. And maybe, just maybe, she was right.